Sewer surfing. Sewer surfing.
Pizza time!
I held my breath on that one a little bit. There was a part of me that thought I didn't actually put the screen on before I went on right now. But anyways, welcome everybody, cats and kittens, felines and felidae, humans and variant humans, and every race, class, and subclass. Welcome to another episode of Brainy the RPG Cat. Tonight we are going to be playing probably one of the greatest achievements when it comes to fan games. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rescue Palooza. A game that was truly made by fans of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, has a very large amount of playable characters. It has a control scheme similar to the NES games that we played this past Saturday, and just all around an excellent good time. This is truly the game that is going to stand on the shoulders of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fandom. Well, at least until Shredder's Revenge comes back. It comes out this Thursday. So, anyways, thank you absolutely everyone for tuning in. As always, this game is brought to you by the Great Games LLC to bring you inexpensive TCG single cards. Visit greatmedia.games, use the code 10Infinity at checkout for 10% off your online purchase. Also, we are in search of a few good podcasters. Actual Play podcasters, we are looking to feature your funniest clips in a compilation podcast called the Actual Play Pod. If you're interested, give us an email at brainytherpgcat@gmail.com. We would like to listen to your funny podcast clips, and we would like to feature them on a running podcast show that we would like to do. And that's what that's all about. So there. Anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in. Let's go ahead and let's get started. Welcome, my students. It is time to begin today's training session. Defeat the enemy using your basic attack. Just press the attack button. Well done. Then defeat the enemy using running attacks, which you use by tapping the button twice. It's a lot more fun than having to use a button in order to do the dash attack like we were doing in the Hyperstone heist. Alright. Jump to the other side. There we are. Easy as pie. So I'm using a controller. I'm using a USB controller that's shaped like a Super Nintendo controller. And so this is exactly the same controller that I use when I'm playing Game Boy games using my Game Boy imitation console. And so it's just really handy that I can just go ahead and I can take that and insert that into my PC. Alright. So here's that throwing attack that we were doing a lot when we were playing TMNT 3, the Manhattan Project. And so now this melee move does not cost me health. But I do have my unique special attacks that also come from the Manhattan Project. And it costs me a special move bar. So that is an improvement. Alright. So there we went ahead and we did the intro again. I like that effect right there. Oh, not this again. Yes, this again. Only this time, to commemorate the 30th anniversary of our rivalry, I've kidnapped everyone. Everyone? As in everyone in the city? That's a little vague. Don't you see all the people behind me? I've captured all your friends. Just assume it's anyone you care about. Looks like it's time for action. Master Splinter, will you join? You think I didn't grab him too? Second on the list after Miss O'Neill. It's a long list. He was flattered. Now, why don't the four of you join me in for some soup? Sayonara, genetic mistakes. Oh man, this is gonna take forever, but we are out of pizza. And it sounds like a good reason to try out my new colonialator. It'll make robot doubles of anyone we come across using a complex series of... Yeah, delivering beatings is enough for me. Wait, I mean wisecracks. Delivering wisecracks. I got my continuities mixed up for a second. Alright guys, it's time to teach old Shredhead a thing or two about honor. Let's kick shell. I think I blew out my microphone a couple of times while I was doing that, so let me just go ahead and lower that a little bit. Just a touch. Okay, I think that will be alright there. Okay, so we got a choice of level. And of course we're going to complete all of these eventually. I don't know if we should go to a straight line. There's also a few down here. There's the park, rooftop, streets. Alright, so let's just go ahead and let's start with April's apartment. And so this is going to look familiar. Let me see. I have ability to pick different characters, and I also have the ability to pick different skins. And so I'm going to play my man Mikey, just like I've started all these other ones. Alright. And so this should look familiar because it is what you think it is. It's the first level from the arcade game. We just relocated all of this to April's apartment instead of the burning Channel 6 building. We're eventually going to play a game in Channel 6, and it's gotta look better than this. I'm just saying. Alright. So I think they're going to have some of these riding Mausers in Shredder's Revenge as well. I think it used to be an action figure toy. And I can ride it too, which is cool. That's a thing I can do, which is cool. Alright. It's not how I intended to handle that. Alright, well that's faded. I'd much rather be on my feet and use all my special moves. His kick was a little faster than mine. And so you're really just kind of locked into NES style moves here. You don't have the horizontal kick from Turtles in Time. But everything that was part of the tool set in the NES games is here. I used to spam that throw button an awful lot. I probably did when I was playing the Manhattan Project this past week. Alright. Take that. And that. Yeah. Dash attacking is not as effective against itty-bitty enemies like those bouncers. No, I think I did lose a little bit of health doing that.
Do not resist us.
All the sound bites are in the right place. Alright. Ah. You have to do so little. And they're not gripping anymore. They're just putting their tendril out and shocking you. Okay, well, it's time to rescue April. Didn't see any pizza around here. I didn't see any pizza in the previous stage. Maybe it's a little bit more scarce. I have a lot of lives to use. Alright. Mind if I do lore on the characters? Not at all. You know, I love lore on the characters. I know a lot of it myself, but, you know, you can enlighten me on absolutely anything. Maybe you can help me on this one in particular, because, I know that they had a different name for a hothead in the Archie comics. I'm trying to remember what it is, though. See, I'm mostly just probably going to health power my way through this. I'm trying to remember what I need to do in order to get back extra lives. I know there's something that you can do to get back extra lives. Maybe it's just getting a score of 200 like in the NES games. Alright. Can I post lore on bosses and characters? Sure. Oh. Yeah, April's not having that. Also, if you would just like to suggest which characters you want me to use for future stages, I will go ahead and I will do that as well. Alright. So I believe, you know, the Turtle Van is its own stage, and so is Dimension X. Bebop and Rocksteady are the Shredder's dim-witted goons. The Warthog and Ronno, they have plenty of brawn to make up for their complete lack of brains. You get a chance for extra lives every 3 stages. Oh, yeah, I guess that's what the bonus stages are for. So, let's just go ahead and let's continue to do this in order. The sewer is an easy stage, that's true. And this is definitely worth it for the fan service. Let's go on to Leo this time. Alright. Beneath these streets. And so, as you can tell from the music, this this level is exactly like the original TMNT game for the NES. Has many of the same enemy types. Alright. There's some of those foot soldier capsules that you saw in the original game. These weird mud people. Too slow, sorry. Shredder's Revenge is in a few days. Yeah, I can hardly wait for it. And I'm more than likely going to be playing it this coming Friday. After it comes out. Okay, no need to waste my time with those little leaping flamer guys. Really wasn't interested in hopping there for a second. Yeah, it's coming out on Thursday, but I'm probably not going to get an opportunity to play it until Friday. Flitchard, thank you very much for following. You've been great company so far. Alright. Oh, finally, health pizza. Alright. Who's the boss at the end of this? Oh, hey, Pizza Monster. So, they got the 16-bit sprite here lifted directly out of Turtles in Time. Case of the killer pizzas. Those beasts hatched from eggs that look like meatballs. Also, the very first time I ever considered having ground beef on pizza. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles really taught me something that day. April or the Goons would make this fight cakewalk since they have range. I am definitely going to be using April, most likely for the next section. Oh, human-sized rats. Who could we be facing as a boss next? Good reflexes. We might make a ninja of you yet. He's got a mean right hook, the Rat King. And he does have a pretty sizable jump kick. I believe that he used the same thing in the Genesis version of Tournament Fighters. Alright. Say, the Rat King is a hobo, considers himself rodent royalty. His hypnotic flute can control all rats. Though he's been an ally to the Turtles on occasions that it suited him. Yeah, I understand that, yeah, he is going to be one of the boss battles in Shredder's Revenge, too. I knew a lot of my friends had his action figure. A major character in villain lore in lots of different versions of the show, but, you know, one who mostly just was there in order to antagonize Splinter in the original series. Alright. Lucky break. I found this game easiest to beat by playing the Rat King through to the end. Alright. I'm definitely listening to these tips for the last few boss fights because I understand, you know, there is a pretty big boss rush at the very end of this stage. Okay, on to Dimension X. And so, per your suggestion, I'm going to play April this time. Splinter, originally Hamato Yoshi, is a great kung fu master. His curly maneuver is an incredibly powerful attack. Oh, that was definitely a payoff to watching a 30-minute clip show. Based on the original TV movie. Alright. So I should use Splinter. I am getting these messages a little slower than I should. Rock soldiers. And so I believe those rock soldiers are in the Dimension X level of the original of the arcade game. She's a weak character, but her mic has incredible range. Oh, definitely having a problem here. She's not particularly fast moving either. I'm not gonna be able to fight fire with fire. Alright. So she spins her mic in a little circle whenever she's doing the special move. And I can see that her other special move is a whole screen wipe with her camera. Alright. Invasion of the Krangazoids. According to the 1987 series, this is what Krang looked like in his body. That took a few hits. I'm gonna have to remind myself to use that special because I'm going to need it a lot more times here. Alright. Try using one of the two stone warriors in the van level. Alright. Okay, you see the neutrino ship in the background. One thing that always puzzled me about Dimension X is that it practically looked like it was in prehistory, but also supposedly people drove around in these convertible Cadillacs that hovered 3 feet off of the ground. I don't think that actually did anything. Maybe I wasn't, it's because I wasn't facing them at the time. Okay, here comes trouble. I feel like that's a reference to that was the, shit, nah, I'm probably completely wrong about that. But here's Anthrax, our first Dimension X boss. And so I'm completely stumped about where Anthrax comes from, if you happen to know that one. Doesn't really work on bosses either. Maybe I had to do it in a straight line, I'm not sure. Okay, that did a little bit. He was stunned for a second there. Night of the Rose, mysterious insect is introduced as Krang's executioner, which probably explains his axe boomerang. Back in 1987, you had all the impunity in the world in order to make an anthrax joke. Okay, almost. Oh, ye of little faith. True that. Now we get to board this ship. Okay, so we're playing the second part of this stage. So, of course, it resembles Starbase stage from Turtles in Time. Randomly, one of her dash attacks made her turn into a mutant cat for a second there. That's another episode, yeah. I think that one gave me nightmares as a kid. That one and Enter the Fly. Probably the two episodes that gave me nightmares. Ah, darn it. There's some strange physics in these vehicles. So same image of Shredder that you would see in the Starbase stage. Ah, but I could be of help to you. I'm a scientist. And I don't need the assistance of a measly earth creature. Into the disintegrator unit with him. That was messed up. And everybody said that 1980s supervillains were completely toothless. Okay, something. Oh, I should have known. I had a heck of a time fighting these things when I was playing the Hyperstone heist. That's one way to get rid of it. I mean, you know, how do you expect being the fact that you would turn into a mutant would save you? I mean, the odds are incredibly good that you would turn into a mutant in this continuity. There's Trag. And there's Granitor. Alright. They can't be the final boss because I don't believe that any of the characters that you can ally with are eventually boss battles. Say, the neutrinos were my first exposure to rockabilly culture. And it's really just that, since the turtles are surfers, you can really see what the contrast is in hipster styles there. I also remember that they got action figures like really, really late in the line, even though that they were characters that were there since the very beginning. Ah, drat. Almost every boss is playable, actually. I also believe that Trag was one of the one of the figures in the second wave release, but Granitor didn't come until much, much later. There we go. They both appeared in the arcade game. Yeah. Crush the Turtles. I remember that. I would barely be able to get to that boss battle. And I was even playing in 2-player mode. So we get all the neutrinos as the good guys. And then we get Anthrax, Trag, and Granitor to play with. And so here's our first bonus stage. Cuddly the Cowlick is here. From the Archie comics. Just a trans-dimensional floating cow head. The 80s were weird. And so, all the bonus levels have to do with an action figure accessories. So, I'm going to be in the turtle parachute and I'm going to be grabbing me some floating pizza. I don't seem to be able to move the parachute. Fortunately, just enough seems to be dropping in just the right place so I can catch it. I guess maybe they just kind of put those in one slot apiece, so that if you're playing with 4 players, everybody has a row to catch a pizza in. The other pizzas are for multiplayer. Alright. So, let me see. I'm trying to remember, what your suggestion was for Trag. Okay, you wanted me to play Trag in the van stage. Okay, I'll do that. Alright. Rockefeller Expressway. Well, at least it's appropriately named. Okay, that's his dash. Okay, a special move is firing the So Barney Stockman, I recall, was in an episode of the CBS series just so that they could have Baxter Stockman post the fly mutation. The turtles all have different vital statistics. April has vital news. Is that anything like going viral? Like going vital? That's the thing. I don't think I can hit the copter unless it actually drops down like it did a moment ago. Yeah, Barney Stockman, not Baxter. Was another mad scientist try to use humor to help a mobster to conquer the city? Do not mention his brother to him. Sup, Chrome Dome. So, Chrome Dome virtually has the same moves that he had in Tournament Fighters. I'm not very good at aiming that missile. We often find ourselves in a gray area as far as alignment when it comes to Metalhead. Because Metalhead is a good guy, but he keeps getting reprogrammed by the bad guys. Chrome Dome, on the other hand, was probably a much more stable investment for the Foot Clan. Okay, time for the dojo stage. Knight of the Rogues, a massive robot made of a futuristic ally. Shredder claimed he almost finished the Turtles once. Okay, use Chrome Dome and Channel 6. Alright. Oops. Oh, gee, I messed that up. I don't think I can exit the level. I think I'd have to close the whole game. You can end the game, it'll save, alright. Okay, resume game, alright. Here we are. So we're going to channel 6 instead, and we are using Chrome Dome. Alright. I have Ace Duck. I can't imagine him being very good. So my understanding about Ace Duck was just in the '87 series he was just the show's equivalent to Donald Duck, and he'd appear on television every once in a while. I think he had a bigger role in the Archie comics as one of the intergalactic wrestlers. Kind of annoying to get hit stunned when you're a giant robot. His gun's a decent weapon, but he is really slow. I reasoned. Presumably, I went into that elevator door. There's Bern Thompson's girlfriend. I forget specifically what her name is. I mean, she always hated turtles ever since her brother put one in her bed when she was 5 years old. Tiffany, that's what her name was. That's such an 80s girl name. Oh, wow. I just got body slammed by a 1-inch tall insect robot. There's the Tournament Fighter screen. The screen that you see in the character select in TMNT Tournament Fighters. Killer Bee. One of the late wave action figures. One of two figures that actually doubled as riding vehicles. So I like the fact that they made an original composition for this stage, and it is similar to the Channel 7 score theme from the cartoon. Darn it. It's interesting that this Channel 6 cast was the one that was used in the most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, because it would really take a feat, you know, to get people to remember Irma, Vernon, and Byrne.
And now here's the latest news. Prepare to taste my revenge.
And so that was a line directly ripped from the episode. I think it was Landlord of the Flies, where for some reason Baxter just had the ability to control forms of flies using mind control.
Now I'm busted.
As I recall, you know, this version of the Baxter Stockman fight coming from the NES game. Well, he has both that, and then he has that ridiculous laser gripper from Turtles in Time. Say, Uber Geek turned vengeful flyman. He is completely focused on revenge. Unfortunately, his tiny fly brain has limited his genius. Here's Karai. This isn't over yet. I said if I weren't just a robotic clone of a robotic enemy. I don't got any skin in this game. I don't got any skin. So yeah, that one leaping attack was taken from Tournament Fighters. I believe that growth move was as well. I am losing so many lives. Alright. Powerful female ninja, Shredder's daughter in some continuities. She crashed the World Fighters tournament and challenged the warrior to the final battle. Has been a pretty big character in continuity since roughly about 2007. Take Byrne to the dojo. Seriously. Alright, well, a challenge is a challenge. Of all of the people here classified as ninjas, I didn't think it would ever be Byrne Thompson, but... He's got a bullhorn for his main attack. And his special attack is shouting very loud. I love how in Tournament Fighters, April is in the helicopter narrating the fight. Well, you know, largely depending on which version that you're playing. She's a playable fighter in the Genesis and NES version, I believe. And all of those games are going to be coming out in the Konami collection this fall, so everybody's going to have an opportunity to pick and choose on that one. Alright. I can't tell what his melee attack is, even if he even has one. Cowabunga collection, you mean? Yes, the Cowabunga collection. Maybe I picked that up a little too early. Byrne is now a giant mutant. He has become what his girlfriend made him hate. Byrne's 3 points of strength make him really fun to use, yeah. He is definitely a dog bites man type of journalist. It's good to get into the trenches again. After being behind a desk for so long. See, if you time that very well, then you have a really good chance at knocking back your opponent. This has been the easiest that a level has been so far. Human, maybe, but normal? No, 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 no. I remember there was an episode where the subplot was that Byrne and Vernon were trying to be investigative journalists for an amount of time, but they end up catching a whole bunch of aliens that double as Elvis impersonators. There was a bit of a Rick and Morty quality to the 87 series. Or fighting Tatsu. Tatsu, as you know from our Hyperstone Heist playthrough, was the main sidekick to Shredder in the live-action films. I mean, he's here, and in other continuities, they use Hun instead of Tatsu. Tatsu puts up more of an actual fight here than he did in Hyperstone Heist. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's only the first fight of all this. Wow. I like that sound bite. I know that one probably doesn't come from the cartoon. But as I recall, Shogun was the boss of one of the bonus levels of the NES version of the arcade game. And so the last time I played this game, I was trying to use Shogun as my main boss. And it was largely just due to the fact that his special move granted me a very long period of invincibility. It didn't work. Bounty Hunter once hired by Shredder and Can. He's actually just a robot in disguise. See that whole floating head thing. I don't think hitting his head actually does any damage. I think it only knocks me back. Prepare to face the man from the dark side. That's what he said backwards. He had one of those old Tandy computer voices too. Alright. I beat 3 more stages, but I am running woefully low on health. I got Asuka and Usagi Yojimbo and Lotus Blossom. I played Usagi Yojimbo before. He is, his sword swings are a lot shorter than Leonardo's. Alright. Time to use a slime catapult. I think I've got to get the meter all the way to the red. Okay. I've shot a grand total of 1 foot soldier now. Make that 2. And I got an extra life. Like exactly 1 extra life. A female ninja? Why not? I'm an equal opportunity tyrant. Okay, on to the ship. Who should I use on the ship? I have Mondo Gecko. I probably got him some time ago. Try using Rat King. Alright. Tin Head's Battleship. Alright. See, they have the common decency to make the cannons do knockback here. I remember when I was playing this in... when I was playing this stage in the Manhattan Project, and every single time I would get hit stunned by those things. Alright. They did a really good job of picking up good contextual sound clips for everybody. Probably the only time that I've been able to use the footcopter appropriately. Okay, a special gets me rat minions. That's good to know. Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. A poor man's Bebop and Rocksteady. I think they were part of a season 7 3-part movie that they had made for CBS. I've almost got Dirtbag. Ground Chuck has been hard to nail down. That charging maneuver is very familiar. Well, I'll be hornswoggled. Okay, we got Mona Lisa and Wingnut from that. I remember playing Wingnut too. He has a very strange playstyle. So let's see. I think we're still going left or right here. So we'll go to the swamp. Very likely we're going to fight Leatherhead and the Punk Frogs. So do you got a recommendation for the swamp stage? I haven't played Splinter yet. I know you had suggested Splinter some time ago. Mona Lisa, alright. She is whipping a flail that is shaped like a pufferfish, and the special move is inflating the pufferfish. I don't remember her having, any special powers or particularly from the TV show. She was mostly there to be Raph's love interest. Raph spent a long time waiting, and then finally, it just so happened a college co-ed turned herself into a chameleon, and here we are. You also meet the mutant hunters and the knuckleheads. I remember the Anti-Mutant Task Force. That was something that was very much part of the CBS season. They would show like an hour of the Ninja Turtles, and the first half hour would be devoted to Shredder, while the second half hour would be devoted to any supervillain that they could manage to squeak out. Oh, I don't like the looks of this. I wish I had a screen bomb for these things. On the second half, one turtle suspected Shredder, but it only to be told he wasn't in that half of the episode. I distinctly remember watching the Bugman episode where the arch villain was just a comic book collecting geek who dressed himself up as a paper craft shredder, and everybody was making fun of him for it. But 10-year-old me said, "No, this is the second half of the show. That can't actually be Shredder." The swatter. Say, posing as Bugman's archenemy, he had to be using a fly swatter. Ah, darn it. Okay, this is gonna be a particular flavor of annoying. There's Pizza Face. Wait, was that his name? I thought of it was something like Scarface. My friend has his action figure. Mercifully, he never actually appeared in an episode. Because what do you even do with a deranged pizza chef? Come on, where are you? I'm just not standing on the right pixel, that's all. Leatherhead sprites copied directly from Turtles in Time. And why not? Because it was the best version of his boss battle. He's got a little bit of the rope-a-dope in this version. Oh, I'm bound to lose a life here. I don't think Mona Lisa actually has a dash. Oh, well, she does have a dash. Okay. I take that back. Alright. The Knucklehead is Baxter's final creation before his accident. It's apparently named after Rocksteady. Leatherhead, a Cajun croc who in some continuities becomes an ally to the Turtles. In the comics, he was a thief cursed for trying to rob a voodoo witch. In the cartoon, a gator who was mutated by accident. Yeah. He's in a lot of the other continuities too as a friend to the Turtles, but that still kind of has a bit of an instinctive glitch that makes him attack people irrationally. Let's see. What was this? This was a beach stage. Who should I pick for the beach stage? Don't be interesting here. Karai might be interesting here. I also still haven't played Splinter yet. Very low speed, well, same amount of life as the turtles. Alright. Fort Slaughterdale. So I'm pretty sure they gave Splinter the full utility of turtle moves. I can also see that they gave him the Curdly maneuver as his special. I mean, his dash attack gets to be the horizontal kick. Alright. Giant rat terrorizes Florida Beach. I didn't think that was going to hit anything. Game Night says, good evening, Brainy. Good evening and welcome to the stream. I am playing a highly elaborate Ninja Turtles fan game tonight. Oops, darn it. You tuned in just in time because, you know, there was a very good chance I would have been playing like an obscure character or something like that. But no, I'm out here as Master Splinter. It's really cool that you can play as Splinter. You have no idea. Virtually every character that was part of the original toy line is a playable character in this game. Here's Armagon. They're also all of the villain characters are also double as bosses, so you get to beat characters and then you get to play as them afterwards. So Armagon, of course, you know, has a bevy of moves from his appearance in Tournament Fighters. I mean, you know, the sheer amount of mutants makes me nostalgic for the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tabletop game. The one that they eventually just transformed into the original Riffs engine. That game knows how to make a mutant. Oh, gee. Yeah, well. I just game overed. That means I'm gonna have to start over that level. This is going to get painful unless I can figure out, you know, how to get some more lives. Alright. So let me show you here. These are all the characters that I've collected so far: Leo, Mike, Don, and Raph, Splinter, April, Irma, Burn, Vernon, Usagi Yojimbo, Ace Duck, Genghis, Rasputin, Napoleon, and Attila, Zack, Kayla, and Dask, Mondo Gecko, Lotus Blossom, Wingnut, Asuka, Mona Lisa, Rocksteady Bebop, Baxter Stockman, Rat King, Trag, Granador, Groundchuck, Dirtbag, Shogun, Leatherhead, Chrome Dome, Tatsu, Anthrax, Karai. And so those are all the characters I've collected so far. TMNT and Other Strangeness. That's an old school Palladium Books game. Good times. Alright. So who should I try on the beach this time? That's a huge list. Yeah, I'm taking requests if you want to see anybody. So I'm starting to feel Usagi right now. You want to see Karai? Alright. Let's see, where did I leave her? I'm going through the Technodrome playset to find my Karai figure right now. She's very fast moving. Instead of the dive kick, she has her move from Tournament Fighters. That's cool. Okay, grab that mutagen canister. I can actually knock them off the pole at this size. Wow, I completely missed that guy. Really putting the foot soldiers through their paces. Okay, now we're going to have at it Armagon again. It's almost like a Tournament Fighters reunion right here. Say, this special is definitely going to make things a lot easier. Oh, almost. There we go. Okay, that was the end of this stage. I thought it was going to go on for another leg. Okay, I won Ray Fillet for this one. Okay, time for another bonus go. Hopefully I'll be able to get the bonus game right, because I need the extra lives now. Okay, well, we're doing the pizza catch again. Alright. Okay, that takes care of that stage. So, next up, I believe we have the park. And so this is the park under the control of the weather machine that was used as a bonus level in the NES arcade game. Armagana hails from the distant future and tends to conquer the Earth in the present. He's also a tournament fighter, but that didn't work out too well for him. You might have to start over and just stick to characters you like. The Streets level is mean, yeah. Who do I want for the Streets level? I mean, Usagi just might be cool looking within the context. Alright. I really like how they handle the snow effect on this stage. So I'm just 25 away from another 100 points, which will get me another one up. Oh no. They still left in the Pizza Hut signs. Okay, my special is a single throwing knife. I'm sure there's characters that throw more throwing knives than that. Probably Tatsu. I like that Usagi can swing multiple times in the air. He's probably the only character who's been able to do that so far. Okay, I can't hit Shredder on the helicopter. That's not a thing that I can actually do. Frosty the Hitman is a bit annoying. He hasn't been as bad as some of the enemies that I've encountered. I think the most annoying ones were probably the ones in Dimension X. Ah, darn it. Not too keen on these snowball guys. See, all the action of a Stan Sakai comic book, or a Netflix series that is loosely based on a Stan Sakai comic book. Okay, we finally got the Pogo Copter. This is for taking all those pot shots at us Shredder head. Alright. I think that's the first time it legitimately tried to attack me. Of course he's not gonna stick around. Okay, here's Tora. So Tora was the boss of the arcade game. I cannot aim that kunai properly. Wow, that pogo copter folded easily. Well, why not? Easy is good. See, if I stay close to him, then he's just going to pummel me. So I actually do have to fight him at a certain range. There we go. Okay. We got Hothead and Fugitoid and Tora. So that takes care of that. I think there's only 2 stages to go. Oh, there's actually 3 of them. Street side, roofs, top, and the construction area. Okay, so I want to get into the larger characters. We did play as Chrome Dome a little bit earlier. I want to play as Hothead. He has nothing but strength. He doesn't have any speed or any other decent stats. He's just one big powerhouse. The word Tora is Japanese for tiger. Yeah, you know, that character was created by Konami. You'd think they would know better. Yeah, trust me, don't hit the skateboard girl. I didn't think you had a choice. I thought I had the ability to fly as Hothead. I guess I was mistaken about that. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach the pizza up there. Just let you go by. I can skip that. I attacked it before. She turns into a robot in this version. So this is a really deep cut here. This is Tempestra. And so I mentioned the CBS show format before. Tempestra was just a character who came out of a arcade game that Leonardo was severely addicted to. Wow. I do believe that she's gonna be appearing as a boss in Shredder's Revenge too. Okay. Well, mercifully, I got a pizza there. Otherwise, this would have been the end of my run. Oh, darn it. A video game villain is brought to life. Her control over the elements made her a formidable opponent. What would her equivalent be in 1980s video games? Who was the particularly nasty villainess in video games in those days? Yeah, Return to Night of the Rogues. Every character, got one comeback, but it was always in, part B of the hour-long episodes. I like the episode based on the Mutant Task Force that actually did manage to put Toka and Razar from the second movie into the Turtles continuity. I think it was Razar that, was played by Rob Paulson impersonating George Takei. Always a weird flex, but, We're going to become mighty surprised when people start playing this new game and Casey Jones is just doing a bad impersonation of Dirty Harry. The Dark Queen from Battletoads, yeah, that would be a good contender. But how aware were the Ninja Turtles show writers to Battletoads? And if anything, they were just kind of hoping that would be a franchise that just kind of goes away. No free rides, Battletoads. God darn it. I am ill-equipped to dodge all of those bouncing barrels. Okay, who do we got here? Oh, Triceratons. See, I'm really punching them, but they are really outcharging me. Yeah, I'm probably not going to survive this one. The Triceratons are a violent race that oppose Krang. Let's see. Their brutality coincided with Donatello getting a knock on the head, turning him into the Dark Turtle. Oh, so that's why Donatello is a Dark Turtle. Okay, we're going to have to play somebody with a little bit more of a substantial loadout in this stage. I'm interested in Leatherhead right now. So they turn his dash attack into that vertical bite. And his special move is the knife throw. Alright. Leatherhead seems pretty formidable. He's not bad. He's certainly a lot faster moving than Hothead was. Is I think I can keep her on the ropes if I run up and kick her each time. I'm immediately corrected on that point. Oh, she's going into desperation mode. I think every alternate turn is going to be one of these fireball volleys. There we go. So I needed the pizza slightly less this time. Oh, darn it. I think the cars are just going to keep coming down that way. Okay, I am about to encounter what killed me last time. As I have the memory of the goldfish, I don't remember exactly what that was. I think I lost a lot of health here last time. Not quite paying attention to what I'm doing.
Our claim is
Oh, yes. This is exactly how I died last time. Getting severely ganged up on by these Triceratons. I have to come up with a way to finesse this one. The hardest part is that, I faced charging characters before, but the fact that there are multiples of them and they charge at different intervals, that's what's throwing me off. Alright, well. I'm probably going to have to go to another stage because I'm not going to resolve this stalemate just yet. Let's head over to the rooftop. Let's start going back to characters I can use a bit more strategically, like Rat King. Alright. I can already see where this is going. So once again, this is another stage just based on the very first NES game. Having Rat King and potentially, summoning 2 rat minions into that Triceraton battle might actually be helpful. You're boned, really. Yeah, I'm pretty much just boned. I might have to start over. Take a mulligan on this one and then come back to it later. Maybe after I actually play Shredder's Revenge. I put myself in this situation the last time I played too, but at least I was on the final boss runs. Drink delicious foot cola. Mecha Turtle. And sorry. I mean, it's true. I mean, never getting mad at anybody from you for speaking the truth. Oh no, well, I did that speedrun a little too long. So you usually see platforming segments in this in lesser fighting games like Double Dragon. You can see how it might be out of place in that kind of situation. Well, let me see. This is my fault. It is not. Don't worry about that. That's not true. Anyways, I'm only playing a game, and, it doesn't hurt to start over in a game sometimes.
Let's go.
So I am going to start over. So right now, I believe I'm 2 hours in. So I could probably play for another 2 hours, and, maybe we can make some headway here. What game is this music from? I believe that this music is original to the game, and so it's just for the trading stage. There's only 2 tracks that I've been able to determine have been, original to this game, and it's this one and it's the Channel 6 level. The second half of Rooftop, I have no idea. I know the first half of Rooftop comes from the original game. I don't know where the second one does. I would suggest perhaps the one of the stages from the Manhattan Project, but I don't quote me on that one because I probably only made it through a third of that game.
Have done well, my students.
Let's see if I can skip most of the story right now. Alright. Yeah, to sleep now. Have fun. Yes, thank you very much for tuning in, Flitchard. I'll take Donnie this time. Again, play this with different characters.
Do not resist us.
There we go. Okay, you can still make them run into each other. This is a fan game, of course they're gonna put that in. Alright, that takes care of the first stage. So I haven't done one with Bebop and Rocksteady either, so... Oh, his special move is that ball and chain that he carried on his head in the Manhattan Project. That's an interesting... Oh, I wonder if I can just keep him at bay this whole time, just using that move. Ooh, fighting Mausers is going to be hard with this guy. Alright. Just wasn't close enough to actually hit him with the laser pistol. Oh, I just took a flying leap off of this van. So I think his what would be his throw attack is actually his uppercut. See, this is going to be the hard one to do. This is where I'm going to lose the bulk of my lives. Possibly. Alright. Oh, this is where I unlock Mondo Gecko from. Alright, so... So we're gonna do Channel 6's Chrome Dome again because that was very useful the last time. Literally swatting flies with a bazooka here. Getting tired of that move. Just let me hear you one more time. There we are. And the foot soldier who you rode in on.
And now here's the latest news. Prepare to taste my revenge.
Speaking of flies.
Now I'm busted.
I thought the stage was over, but it's not really over. Boy, she really spams that. Okay, well, I'm at 3 lives. Going into the bonus round, I think that's exactly the place I was in last time. Not very good at pizza catching, I'm afraid. That brought me back up to 5 lives anyway. It's better than 3. So I think I did April as Dimension X. I probably should have done someone stronger. Let's go to Dimension X and then let's try to use Chrome Dome in it. That's probably going to be the better choice here. There's a lot of giant enemies in this stage. That's how you get a foot soldier hour rider. Alright. I'm just juggling these guys at this point. I could probably do 90% of this game as Chrome Dome, and I would not have the problems I've been having. It wouldn't make for a very interesting stream either. Alright. It's gonna run me over. Of course it was gonna run me over. I knew it was going to run me over. It run me over. Okay, moving on.
Do not resist that.
Take care of you. Well, I would if this guy back here wasn't throwing knives at me. Well, that's how you get rid of one ice blaster. Almost. There's a little bit more there. I'm back to 3 lives again. I haven't done the sewer stage yet. Might be slightly better to put April down there because April has that long-range weapon. You have my support. Well, you have my support now, April. See, no harm will come to me if I just attack enemies through the walls. Yep, this has been simple enough. God darn it. You're really just gonna stand in this corner and spam that, aren't you? I press flash, frog go poof. We're at the end of this. We fought the pizza monster here, then afterwards we went after the Rat King. This almost becomes a puzzle with April involved. Get close to him, but avoid the falling blocks at the same time. Alright. Oh, I don't want to attack there. Way too many blocks falling from the ceiling. I thought those were actually going to hit me. Alright, uh-oh. I didn't think things were going to stay this easy, especially when going up against the other player character boss, as it were. Alright. Just a little more. There we go. So say, still relatively unclear if this has been better or worse than my first run. Alright. So I'm trying to think, you know, is there a level that I can beat more easily than the dojo? I was also just kind of having a hard time with the street before. I beat the dojo pretty easily, and I was using Burn Thompson of all characters. So I might as well just go back and do that again. Aye. There we go. Oh, well, of course we don't just get to fight one tiger mini-boss. This is where things got weird. Safe to say that they're going to again. Well, even though I do remember being the stage with this character, I don't remember this part being one where I didn't completely and totally take a lot of hits. Oh, who's gonna go first, me or him? That would be me. See, where does that leave me? Okay, so yeah. This save file has taken over the previous save file. Maybe I could have gone, I could have chosen the previous save file, but yeah, so now this save file is the main save file. Well, the thing is, I'm starting to lose my concentration at this point. I don't want to just kind of have to do half a game or half a playthrough where I'm hyper-focusing on the game and I'm not paying attention to what's going on in chat. So I think I'd like to call it a stream for now. And so we'll put this off until, some potential future stream. And also in the meantime, I can also grind on it and try to see if I can get some level ups, farm some lives, whatever it is that I need. But anyways, thank you once again for tuning in to Brenny the RPG Cat. Thank you to Fitchard And thank you to Game Night 00 for kindly stopping in and watching the stream tonight. So once again, I am Brittany the RPG Cat. This stream is sponsored by GreatMedia.games. Use the code TMNT to check out for 10% off your online purpose. And also, I'm in search for podcasters to give me promotional clips of their actual play RPG podcasts. I misspelled that. We're going to be creating a new show called the Actual Play Pod, and if you're interested, please give us an email at grannytherpgcat@gmail.com. Alright, thank you, everybody. You guys have been a wonderful audience, and this has been a great little playtime. So, let's see who would I like to rate right now. I would like to do a raid. So I think I would like to pay a visit to, let's go over to, let's go and pay a visit to, Teddy Dead Rat. Right now they're in the middle of playing Shantae Risky's Revenge. Let's also do a clip. Alright.
A can of coffee. It is, what is it, 8 ounces. It's very cute.
Wonder what that game is.
Hey, as long as you guys are enjoying it.
I think
The jokes are terrible, but as long as you guys enjoy it. That's
probably
what
the version of Metabots that's on.
I might actually have to buy another cure book too while we're.
I think that was I know there was a very similar game to Pokemon that was a robot battle game on Game Boy. I think that's what that was. Trying to remember exactly what the name of that was. But anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in. We're going to go and pay a visit to Teddy Dead Rat now, so. Alright. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. I am planning on being here Wednesday night. I'm probably going to be beginning the stream roughly around 9:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we're going to be once again be getting together with the Great Hoff and his crew to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Master. So, be sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you everybody for tuning in to tonight's stream. Have a good night. So long.